How's it going, folks? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Gonna talk to Wedgie over here. We're on the Monumental Hopes quest. Wedge is gravely concerned for his missing companion. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold, with Garlands on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, Dan, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. Maybe, just maybe. Why don't you go around and have a chat with her? Oh, as Barry cooks himself in the fire. Abeli, Rogadine, gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion? Well, I'm sorry, but he did not come here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it the Fury's Gaze, and it may be worth the while to investigate. I make this suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, mayhap he elected to pass us by. Mayhap he did. So, let's go beyond it. At your suggestion, go to Fury's Gaze and investigate. While Adelie has not seen Biggs, she suggests that he might have taken refuge within the Fury's Gaze, south of Monumental. For want of a better lead, make your way there and investigate. Oh. So how do I... There's like a narrow path over here. Oh, here we go. It's a little cavern. Big blue glow. Crystals everywhere. Surveying. You feel a chill down your spine? Revenants? Hold down. Down and done. Your search of the Fury's Gaze yields nothing but a confrontation with vengeful ghosts. Report back to Wedge, who awaits you in the Monument Tower. Why did she tell me that it's possible he's back there? Is she gonna... Did she take Wedge? Uh-oh. No, she's still there. Dan, were you able to learn anything? Not in this area. Well, that stands to reason, I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure the Garleans away from me. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? Wedge is determined. We can't give up, Dan. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or he's recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who will listen, and hurry. Biggs' chances of survival grow slimmer by the moment. That's right, Biggs. Now, Wedge, you just sit there by the fire. Stay warm. I'm gonna go all the way to the top. Talk to the lookout. Ignace. Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? Well, if he's not to be found around here or in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it is possible he made for Whitebrim. To reach it, one must travel through Danafan Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago I near broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. Yeah, I can see that happening. Alright, so we're going to go there. It is a long way up, and they don't seem to believe in safety rails around here. What do you suppose that is? Oh, sorry, Baz. Baz cooked himself. Slightly singed. The notorious BIGGS. These red patches. On the, not the sand, the snow. Ishtola. What are you two looking at? Oh, our orders are to take you back dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tinhead? Look at her, she's ready to go. Ah, Dan. It is well that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me. Uh-huh. Oh, he's not alone. Kill them all. Gotcha. How did you know where to find me? Hold your ground. Reinforcements are coming. Ah, the more the merrier. I'll pound you all into the next Umbraweera. Either less provoking and more pummeling, if you would be so kind. Oh, here's the backup. Vanguards, destroy them! Dan, stay close to Biggs. Ugh. I'll taunt. Don't you die on me, Biggs. More over here. How many of them are there? More than are conducive to merriment. Next time, Ida. This is the last of them. Done and done. My thanks. Another moment and I would have. He has been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Monumental, you say? Very well. Ida and I will bear him there with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Oh, I love reunions. Uh-huh. Synchronized nodding. You know we're a team. Alright, so they're all taken off, so let's go and find Wedge. Let him know the good news, and I'm sure everybody else will be there too. With the aid of Ida and Ishtola, you succeed in rescuing Biggs from a detachment of Imperial troops. Make your way back to Monumental and speak with Wedge. As we ride back, if you wouldn't mind doing me a favour, folks, while you're watching this, give it a bit of a like and drop some lines in the comments. Let me know what you think about the series or the latest expansion or something. Or this quest in particular. I cannot thank you enough, Dan. And the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Is his nose burnt? Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, yes, it's just... I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe the lot of you my life. And you saved Wedges too, Dan. I'm losing count of how many I owe you. Ah! Biggs, Wedge, gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you. It's really you. In our hearts, we knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh, oh. When Alphanal told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck us with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand though. How did the Garleans get there so fast? I mean, the Immortal Flame should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day when I returned to the carnage of the Waking Sands, I noted naught amiss in horizon, nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. From this, I conclude that the Garleans came neither by land nor by air. Nay, they were born there by potent teleportation magics. Magics of the kind used by the Ascians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Minfili and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we had heard of them. Castrum Sentry? What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons, or maybe only weeks. But then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. We knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't like to leave again. So risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and thereby forced an emergency landing, and in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. Ha 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 ha. Oh. Well, if I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotage the altitude controls of an airborne vessel? Well, that will have been Big's handiwork, like as not. You always were resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. Ha 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 ha. Oh, 'cause he's big. Dan, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Minfilia and the others still want for rescue. Alright, you lot. Garland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hurrah! What a moment. Sid wants to prepare a strategy to rescue Minfilia and the other Scions. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now, we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. Gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So, let us convene at Revenant's Toe in Mordona. 'Tis as good a place as any to prepare, and better than most. The road leading east and south will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Alright. Okay, so we're going to Mordona. Ooh, Mordona. A new area for us, okay. So let's go. There really is no quicker way than just to walk out the front door. Let's do that. My fate is not to join that fate. All evidence suggests that Minfilia and the others are being held captive at Castrum Sentry. Sid bids you make your way to Revenant's Store in Mordona and solicit the local adventurers for information. What's his name? Sloughborn? Sloughborn? Okay. And we want to go south at some point. I imagine we'll see some sort of road here. Oh yeah, we can just follow this all the way over. All the way to the zone line. Mordona. Achievement unlocked. Well, here we are. They have a proper road. The Revenant's Toll. There's Sloughborn there. Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry, and you want to rescue them. Well, I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armored patrols seen around the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yards of the walls undetected. If the Garleans were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. Aye, it has to be the good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Why, I've a mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. Heh, that's a bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. Then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Glaumunt. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire, and happens to know a deal about Castrom's sentry. Besides, I've no doubt that he'd want to be part of aid. Ida and I shall go reconnoiter Garlean activity at the stronghold. It will not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready, Dan. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times when you're not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, Ishtola, and you're beginning to remind me of Papalimo. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so let's go and meet Glaumunt. Looking for Glaumunt, are ya? Well, you found him, whoever you are. Hey, you're looking to get inside Castrom's sentry, and you need my help? Something tells me we're gonna get along just fine.